All right. Shalom, shalom. It'll get right out. Right. Shalom, shalom. All right. Shalom, shalom. First day of the week, uh, which everybody should be saying first day of the week, which is this, the first day of the week. Which in Shield of Wisdom, the brothers, we represent Shield of Wisdom, as we campaign, but we are of the various 12 tribes of Yasharala, okay? So on the first day, I will be doing videos until said otherwise, okay? But first and foremost, like always, we're going to go to Colossians 3 and 17. Colossians 3 and 17 as always. All right. Y'all should be there already. It's the book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of Hamashiach Yahushai, giving thanks to the Most High, the Father. Basham Hamashiach Yahushai. First we say it in English, then we say it in the Paleo Hebrew. Okay? So whatever you do in word or deed, do all. Basham Hamashiach Yahushai, giving thanks to the Most High, Basham Hamashiach Yahushai. Okay? And doing that, going through Hamashiach Yahushai, because when you go to John 14 and 6, let's get there real quick. The book of John, chapter 14 and verse 6, it reads, Hamashiach Yahushai saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So that's why we go Basham Hamashiach Yahushai. A lot of people, when they pray, they go in the name of what? Jesus Christ. We don't say that. We say his name in Paleo Hebrew. Hamashiach Yahushai, the anointed Savior. Not Yahushai Hamashiach. You know what I'm saying? The Savior is anointed. No, we go the anointed Savior, okay? And going through a Mashiach Yahushai, I like to do this all the time. A lot of us go through a different channel after 14 and 6, and which I'm going to do another channel. I'm going to go through John 6 and 43. Because if you got to go through a Mashiach Yahushai, right, to get to the Most High, who do you got to go through to get to a Mashiach Yahushai? If you got to go through a Mashiach Yahushai to get to the Most High, who do you think you got to go through to get to a Mashiach Yahushai? And that's what I'm going to prove. John chapter 6 and verse 43. And it reads, Hamashiach therefore answered and said unto them, Murmur not amongst yourselves. No man cometh to me except the Father which hath sent me. Draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. So in order to get to Hamashiach Yahushai, you got to go through the Father first. So when we say, do you know the Most High? Can you point him out? Take us through the scriptures and show us the Most High. Can you do it? Can anybody out there do a video and show us the Most High? Show us who he is. Okay? Point him out. All right? Verse 44, no man cometh to me except the Father which hath sent me, draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. It is written in the prophets, and they shall be all taught of the Most High. Every man therefore that hath heard and hath learned of the Father cometh unto me. Not that the man hath seen the Father, save he which is of the Most High, he hath seen the Father. And he knows how to get to him. He takes us to him. But first, you gotta know the Most High to get to Mashiach Yahushai. Because if you come up any other way, you are a robber and a thief. You can't say you know a Mashiach Yahushua and you don't know the Most High. You don't know the Most High, then how did you get to a Mashiach Yahushua? How do you get to who you call Jesus Christ? How do you get to know him first? He says, I come in a volume of the book, for it is written of me. And this is not that lesson, but Colossians 3:17 is very important. This is instructions. These are instructions. Let's go to Psalms 5:5. Let's get it started. Book of Psalms. Chapter 5 and verse 5. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. So how do we recognize a fool? That's what I ask you. How do we recognize a fool? It could be that worldly and carnal way. We like to call somebody a fool because they are, what would I call it? They are unaware. And they are not well informed by the people who are around them. And that's not cool. Because when you're around brothers and you're around sisters, you should be aware of what's going on. Somebody should be able to stop your hand, right? Hey, check this out. And chop it up with you, catch you up, and be able to listen at the same time. You know what I mean? It's not that carnal way, but it's something similar. But it's best that you know it in full. So how do we recognize a fool? Right? So Psalms 5:5, David was like, the foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Psalms 5:5. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Right? Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 7. Book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 7. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instructions. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. So to work iniquity, which is sin, to work it and work it and work it, go to Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. Knowledge is a compiling of information that you get. This information, that information, somebody's telling you the information, and they're coming from the scripts, right? And they're giving you the information. You're going to be like, it doesn't say that. We hear that all the time. It doesn't say that. We're reading it to you, fool. So, I'm painting the picture. Today I'm the man that painted the Picasso for you. All right? I'm painting the picture for you. It's been painted by prophets before me, and I'm just showing you this now. Okay? Now, I'm just showing you this now. You've been hurting. You just wasn't listening. Psalms 5 and 5. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Proverbs 1 and 7. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses may all matters be established. All right? So I'm giving you the Father and then the Son. I'm giving you David and Solomon. See? 2 witnesses. 2 witnesses. Right? Proverbs 1 and 7 again. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. But fools despise wisdom and instructions. Now that's how you recognize a fool. Because they despise wisdom. And what's wisdom? The proper application of knowledge, of properly applying this and telling you from all the compiling of knowledge that man has, your elders have, your brothers have, they're reading it to you. They're going precept upon precept. And they're showing you what the Most High got to say. It's about what the Most High got to say. It's what he has to say. And all through the scriptures, it's always Basham Hamashiach Yahushua. In a couple of instances now. But no man has ever seen the Most High at any time, but the only begotten. And that's Hamashiach Yahushua. Okay? So now we understand how to recognize a fool. Right? Go to 1 Samuel 13 and 13, just giving you an example. 1 Samuel 13 and 13. Book of 1 Samuel, to the left. To the left, everybody. When you turn them scriptures, it's to the left. All right? The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 13 and verse 13. And Samuel said to Saul, thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of the Most High thy power, which he commanded thee. Right? The Most High wrote the law with his finger. Saul was commanded at this time to what? To get rid of all the Edomites, and he did not listen. He was given wisdom on why and instructions to do so. He done foolishly. He was being a fool. He despised the wisdom and the instruction. That is just an example. Right? So let's go back over here to Psalms. Book of Psalms, chapter 5 and 5. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. So what happened to Saul? He was removed, and David came into his place. He was removed out of the way to the left because you're not right. Samuel said it to him, thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of the Most High. And right now, I'm just giving you the instructions and wisdom from the compiling of knowledge that I've accumulated through studying, and double honors to the elder that rule well, priest Thalwan, general priest Thalwan, who has taken brothers up under his wings, such as myself, and helped me and guided me, and to all the other elders that rule well, the Bar Ya'ala, right? Zaquan Nathan Ya'ala, Zaquan Parazat, right? To all the elders who rule well, Zaquan Aish in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I said that because I don't know if there's any other Aishas. I know Taiwan is the only one. All right. So at the same time, he removed Saul out of the way, a Benjamin. He removed him because he didn't. All that wisdom and the instruction that he gave as a king over us, he didn't listen. See, it's serious when it comes to us because we are the Most High's people. And us doing as he says is very important. Now, I want to say this. and hope that you understand. You have two type of listeners. Okay, you got the listeners who are listening and they're saying in their mind, is he right? Is he correct? And you got the other listener who listens with their feelings. And based off of what I said, depends on if they want to listen or not, because they're in their feelings. Those are two different type of listeners. See, the ones that get in their feelings, they won't be here too long. But the ones that say, is he right by what he's saying? Those are the ones who are going to go and see if I'm right or am I wrong. And please do come tell me. You know, hey, I'm open for correction. Hey, make it make sense. Make it make sense. All right. So Psalms 5:5, the foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. The Most High will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. He just told you what leasing is. The Most High will, hold on, thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. Hey man, it's good to have this book right here. Let me show you this book right here, because it has a lot of biblical vocabulary words out of the records in here, and they match up. Because I know if General Priest Starwam is saying something and he says a vocabulary word out of the scriptures, and I can fact check the word that he's saying, and I get it out of here, and he don't have. I've been to his house. He doesn't have this book. He doesn't have this book right here. I've been to his place. He don't have this book, and if he does, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. It's not like I was rambling through all of this stuff. I'm just saying, I've been to his house, spent nights in his house. He don't have this book. So when I look in this book and he says a certain word that's from out of the records that I can read in here, I know the man is right. So that's all I'm just saying. Not that I was rambling through his stuff, Zaquan. You know what I'm saying? But leasing is falsehood and lies, deceitfulness. So when he said in verse 6, thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing, lies. You stank liars. That's what I like to call them. Stank, I gotta say, excuse me, stank ass liars. That's what you are. And I don't need to say, hey, I used to be a liar. I don't need to say that. I just need to say what the scripture is saying the Most High is going to destroy. That's it. It matters what the Most High has to say. The wisdom, the instructions that I'm giving you. See, those who are in their feelings right now are saying this right now. It ain't like he never lied. That's what they always say. Does that desolidify what I'm saying? Our people are always trying to desolidify what we're saying all the time. And the people who are around them who are listening will take it right out of their hearts. Got to be strong. Got to be strong, gent. Got to be strong, Akim and Aquatium, around haters of the Most High. Got to be strong. Those are antichrists standing around you who's trying to desolidify what I'm saying without checking anything, like they know better. Because if they knew, they would have the Bible right in front of them saying and proving what I'm not right and proving what I'm wrong. Proving what I'm not right and proving what I'm right. Okay? So, again, thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing, lies. Their wisdom is incorrect. The compiling of knowledge that they have is not right. The instructions that they give is not of the Most High. They take counsel, but not of the Most High. right? Leasing, falsehood, lies, falsehood, deceitfulness, giving it to you right back. Deceitfulness. You're a damn liar. And you need to repent from that. I'm gonna tell it how it is. You're a liar. And I'm gonna say it in the most way to make you feel it. You're a liar. And the Most High will destroy you. Stop lying. Proverbs 6:23. And that cuts me right there. If I'm a liar and I start to lie, Most High gonna put me down too. I'm not exempt from this. I could be cutting myself right now. I can be cutting myself up. Saying this right now, it could be me. Teach many, but unprofitable for myself. Proverbs 6:23. It reads, "For the commandment is," hold on, I don't think that's what I want. I don't know what I was thinking when I put that down. That's not what I wanted. Excuse me. So this is when you need a reader. You know what I'm saying? This is when you need a reader. A reader is a blessing, man. If they knew that and understood it. Yeah, I am right. I am right. Proverbs 6:23. For the commandment is a lamp and the law is light, and reproofs of instructions are the way of life. Reproof of instructions, directly telling you to your face. Reproof of instruction is the way of life. Me correcting you. Me giving you wisdom and instruction and correcting you is the way of life. Rebuke them openly so that others will understand. Reproof of instructions, giving you the most high. Like, don't do that. That's not cool, man. Let's go to Psalm 70:11 real quick. Book of Psalms, chapter 7 and verse 11. The Most High judges the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. The opposite of righteous is wicked. But how do we define righteousness? Right? Let's go to Psalms 119 and 172. Book of Psalms. Chapter 119, verse 172. My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteousness. Righteousness and wickedness. The opposite of righteousness is wickedness. When you're not doing wickedness, you're doing righteousness. When you're doing wickedness, you're not doing righteousness. But defining righteousness, Psalms 119, verse 172. It reads, my tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteousness. So when I go to a precept like Deuteronomy 6 and 25, I was kind of flashcards. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, and verse 25, all the way to the bottom. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High our power, as he had commanded us. Folks, I am showing you how to spot a fool. And spotting a fool is the same way you identify the wicked. So how do you identify a fool? The same way you identify the wicked. They don't take wisdom, nor do they take instructions. I'll go there again. Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproof of instructions or the way of life. Bars. Reproof of instructions. And I just showed you how to define righteousness. I am giving you instructions. Are you going to listen? If you don't, this is how you spot a fool, everybody. Look at him. Look at her. Everybody look at him and look at her. That's the fool. Those are the ones you don't listen to. Now, I'm not going to say fully not listen to him, but when it comes to the Most High, don't. Don't ever question them. Tell them to go inside that book and prove it. If they can't go inside that book and prove it, just say, hey, all due respect, I just can't listen to you when it comes to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because you don't know what G-O-D they talking about. You don't know what G-O-D. Everybody has their own idea of G-O-D. They don't know the one that's in here that explains. They don't know him. I promise you. If they lack instructions and if they lack the wisdom of the instructions that was told to them and they didn't hear and they can't point it out to you, stop listening. They don't know the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That is your fool. And it may be a daddy, it may be a mama, it may be a cousin, it may be your grandma or great uncle. It's not about disrespect with the Most High. It's about understanding who the fool is, who the wicked is. They not listening. And guess what? I told you there was two type of listeners. Ones that listening with their emotions and based off what you said, that determines if they're going to listen to you or not. And you got the other one that's going to listen to me, and he's going to think, am I right, am I wrong? But guess what's going to happen? The fact that I'm going in the scriptures and I'm calling out the book, chapter, and the verse where they can go to the same place where I just went to, they're going to understand I'm telling the truth. Why? Because I took instructions. I listened to wisdom. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 142. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Instructions. Being able to point it out to you. Being able to let you know what's going on. I'm telling you, man, just approach me. I'm meek. And when I say I'm meek, I'm humble, man. I'm not finna take everything offensive. If you're offensive, I'm just going to call you a dickhead. Man, stop being a dickhead. I'm the king of microaggression, man. You know, I can take a blow or two or three, you know what I'm saying? Just expect it back, you know, every type of way, you know, give it right back to you. You know, I'm not going to take it that personal. You know, put your hands on me. You know, other than that, I'm cool beans. But I'm meek, man. I'm ready to answer your questions, man. You know, it's cool. I answer your questions. You know, I'm gonna open the scripts. I'm gonna go to the phone. If I can't grab my sword, you know what I'm saying? Just ask us. Ask us questions, man. These are the end times right now. You gotta understand how to identify a fool, the way they act. And you be like, hey, Officer Marcotte, You know, respect the name, Officer Marakai. If you know me from work, man, you know, hey, use my work name. That's cool. It's all good. I'm not tripping. But I am Officer Marakai. Marakai. Respect the name. All right. Again, how do you identify food? It's the same way you identify the wicked. I'm gonna keep on going in more in depth, just to show you and give you examples. Remember, I'm painting a Picasso today. I'm painting it. It's been painted before, but it's my job to paint it again so you can see it. Chill out. All right. So last place I went to was Psalm 7:11. The Most High judges the righteous, right? And the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. Went to Psalms 119, 172. All right, defining righteousness, right? So the commandments are filled with statutes, judgments, and ceremonial dietary. Hold on. Hold on. $5. Right. Moral, civil, dietary, ceremonial, and sacrificial law. Bam. I got so much stuff going through my head right now, you can forget it. Those 5 different laws. Yeah. So, and those have a lot to do with statutes. All right. The Most High gave us civil, ceremonial, sacrificial, dietary, and ceremonial laws. All right. And he has 12 tribes: Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Reuben, Simeon, Issachar, Gad, Manasseh, Ephraim, Zebulun, Asher, and Naphtali. That's 12 tribes. And he gave us these laws. And within the laws for breaking them, there's judgments. So go to Psalms 147 and 19. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 19. He sheweth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Most High. He has not dealt with any other nation like that. He only gave it to us, to the tribes that I've named. And I'm not going to tell you the people behind the name, because I want you to inquire of them. Because if I just let it out over the internet, I don't know about that. But if you call, we can get into a different type of conversation that you will get into by yourself. Because why? Most of our people are fools. And you got us, the repenting fools. We're repenting and we understand the law so we can point them out because we're repenting. And the ones you see me pointing out is the ones that I lacked. So I had to know where they were. So by me having to know where they were, I had to go through this and find them. And by the time I ought to be a teacher, I needed that somebody teach me again, which will be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High. So I had teachers. And I came to the teacher that the Most High posted me upon, the General Priest Dawan. Okay? He's my counselor above all, but I got a lot of other counselors. I got my main 3. You know what I'm saying? Got my 3. You know, General Priest Dawan, Zaquan Aish, right? And Zaquan the Baryala, hey, we're praying for you, man. We hope that your wife is doing well. Everybody, I just want to let y'all know right now that Zaquan the Baryala is going through some things with his wife, and that y'all also throw some prayers up for him, man. So Baba Kasha, Zaquan, if you're watching this video, I don't know, you might not be in the mood right now, and I pray that your spirits is uplifted. Okay? And I love you, and you know what I'm saying, all the above, man. So I pray everything is going all right while I'm over there. So with that being said, let's keep going, man. He gives his judgments to no one else. We are the only ones, right? And I can't see the comments. I'm learning how to work things on my phone with the TV and the laptop and all that other stuff, so I'm getting used to this. So forgive me, but sooner or later I'm gonna be able to see the comments. And I'm looking at the screen. I can't really see all that. It is what it is. So, remember, for all the Most High commandments are righteousness. Go to Psalm 7:11 real quick. Psalms chapter 7, verse 11. The book of Psalms chapter 7, verse 11. In the spirit, the Most High takes it. Able to change through it like that and hit the spot. You know, when you go through it and hit the spot, hey, in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? The book of Psalms chapter 7, verse 11. The Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. That fool whom you are, understand that the Most High is angry with you every day. Now, you can break the law for the day. It may be ignorantly. And you're just coming into it, and you know, Judges 5 and 11. 7, I think 7, 11, 5 and 11, something like that. Yeah, Judges 5 and 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Most High. And this is where all these arrows are going to hit Babylon, aka Egypt, aka Sodom and Gomorrah. This place, right? So when I say Judges 7 and 11, the Most High judgeth the righteous, the ones who rehearse the righteous acts, right? And the Most High is angry with the wicked every day, opposite of righteousness. The fool, the one that's right by you, the fool, that fool, yeah, her too, that fool. She a fool too. Mm-hmm. She is a fool too. He a fool and she a fool. He don't want to listen to wisdom nor instructions, nor do she. And now, and I was talking to my rib about this, and then I was like, you know, some women feel that you got to open up the Bible all the time when you tell them to do something. Did the Most High say that? That means she is being redundant and she's mocking the Most High. And she may not say how I said it. And those are the ones, the type of listener that, you know, they don't like the tone of my voice. They're the tone police. And the dudes too. The men are tone police too. I just don't like the brother tone, just the way he said it. Go fix your tampon. That's what you can go do. Go fix your tampon, bro. All right? And the sisters, they don't need to open up the Bible all the time. You signed up for that. All right? That brother may or may not be being wicked, but if he tell you to do something, that's the way he saw fit. He saw fit to tell you to do so. And if you don't do it, you are wicked. That's what you signed up for. That's what you got into. Yes, no, you got into it. That's what you signed up for. So hush and sit down. Because he probably already told you to do it already. And brothers, take your tampon off. Stop being so emotional. Because being effeminate, the effeminate is not inherent in the kingdom too. You're just real soft. Like 2-ply toilet paper. You can't take correction. You're a fool. You don't know how to take correction. You get all in your feelings and stuff like a little biznatch. That's what you do. Get out of your bag. Stand up and show thyself a man. Learn to take correction. Stop being a damn coward. Let's take correction, man. It's just correction. And then if you feel some way about the correction, who it came from, when nobody's around, pull the brother to the side, man. Just say, hey, man, I just don't like the way you came at me. You know what I'm saying? It may be just what you needed. You know what I'm saying? If you'll go home, sleep on it, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, if you don't understand, you just bring another witness, and they probably thought it was harsh too. Or they're gonna be like, nah, bro, you needed that. you needed that, bro. You soft, nigga. You just soft, bro. That's what that is. You know, you calm down, back. Like, you just needed to be talked like that. Rebuke them in front of all, so that all will know. You know, rebuke you. Brother got Satan on him. You know what I'm saying? Go to Proverbs 9 and 10. Go to the right. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 10. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. Well, it's there. I'm going to say it. Proverbs 9 and 10. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. For thou, the Most High, has not forsaken them that seek thee. Do you know the Most High? Did you know, in order to get to a Mashiach Yahushua, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, you got to go through the Most High first? It was prophesied too. It's in the prophets. You got to go through the Father to get to the Son. And in order to get to the Father, you got to go through the Son. There's no way around the law. There's no way around the law. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some law in it. Hold up. Book of Exodus. Let me see. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some law in it. Exodus 22 and 23. Yeah, go to Exodus chapter 23 and verse 22. Start at, not 22. Start at verse 20. This Exodus chapter 23 and verse 20. And it reads, Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him and obey his voice. What comes a voice, then comes words. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions. For my name is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, because once there's a voice, there comes words, he's telling you something, and do all that I speak. So he's speaking the Most High's words. And do all that I speak. I is the Most High. Then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversaries. For my angel shall go before thee. Remember, go before thee in a cloud, and a cloud of fire at night, and bring thee into the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Canaanites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, and I will cut them off. Let's see who that is. Let me go back. Got to find out who this is. We got to see who this is that went before us. Right, right. First, no, First Corinthians. Oh, hallelujah. Hey, Most High is with us. Shalom. The book of First Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 1. The book of First Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 1. Says, moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Mashiach in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink. For they drink of that spiritual rock that followed them, go before you. And that rock was Christ. I'm just saying, man. Proverbs, what? Go Proverbs 9 and 10. So, Proverbs. Man. I'm trying to go too fast. I'm going to slow down. Book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 10. Book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 10. It reads, the fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. The knowledge of the holy is understanding. But how do we define holy? Because it says that knowledge of the holy is understanding, right? So you got the holy, and their knowledge right here is understanding. But we got to define holy in order to know these people and the spirit that's on them and how they act. All right, so let's define it. Go to Romans 12 and 7. Romans 7 and 12. Book of Romans, chapter 7 and verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy and just and good. The knowledge of these good people, we wouldn't call ourselves good, but the scriptures is saying the knowledge of the holy. They keep the commandments. The holy keeps the commandments. And just, right? I wouldn't dare say I'm a just. I'm not going to exalt myself like that. But the scripture says that knowledge of the holy, you got to identify who it's talking about. Keep the commandments. And by keeping the commandments, they're just. Right? Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good. Proverbs chapter 9 verse 10. For the fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. I didn't write it. I'm just reading it. We have that understanding. Right? Proverbs 7 and 11. No, that's not it. Proverbs 1 and 7. Book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instructions. The knowledge of the holy. They understand instructions and they give you instructions. And whose instructions? The Most High instructions, not their own. Not their own. I didn't write it. I'm not going to tell you what I think. I'm going to tell you what the Most High did. So remember, the righteousness are those who keep the commandments. The righteous are those who keep the commandments. Right? So how do we identify the wicked? The same way you identify a fool. Proverbs 1:7. Just went there. Right? So let's go back there again. The fear of this Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instructions. My son, hear the instructions of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. My son, hear the instructions of thy father. Talking about your father on earth. Talking about him too, but on earth, because it gives you an analogy of the mother. Because who is the first teacher of a child? Is the mother. And the laws and the instructions that the father is teaching the mother teaches that kid every day. Son, hear the instructions of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. It's not her law. She didn't write it. The Most High wrote it with his finger. But she was taught it, and she knows it, and she's teaching the kid. See, you don't want to break the chain of the family, the nuclear family. You don't want to do that. You want to keep that alive so the father can continue to give instructions. Right? So, Proverbs 4 and 7, one second. Let's get it. Book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding. I always tell people this is a science book. I don't care what nobody got to say, man, except the Most High and my Shai, right? And my brothers that are around me, and it's truth. I would tell anybody that this is a science book. What do science mean? Science means to know. To know means knowledge. Knowledge means wisdom, understanding, and instructions. This is a science book. And what do you instruct people in? Civil, ceremonial, dietary, sacrificial, and what else? Civil, ceremonial, sacrificial, ceremonial, and what? Civil, ceremonial, sacrificial. Oh, civil, ceremonial, dietaries. I'm tripping my own damn self. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But 5 different laws: civil, dietary, ceremonial, sacrificial, and ceremonial. Oh, I just said that. Forgive me. Anyways, these things are being taught. They're very important. Okay, and by the time you ought to be a teacher, you need no one to teach you again. Right? Psalms 11 and 2. And I want this to be the last precept of this video, because how do you identify a fool, right? It's the same way you identify the wicked. And how do you identify the wicked? The same way you identify a fool. Now, this is just a prelude to the next video. And the next video, through Spirit, is going to be understanding the punishment of those who don't listen to wisdom and instructions. That's just what that is. Go to Psalms 11 and 2 real quick. Book of Psalms, chapter 11 and verse 2. For lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privately shoot at the upright in heart. I don't think y'all heard me. That they may privately shoot at the upright in heart. Go to verse 7. Go to verse 7 real quick. For the righteous, the Most High loveth the righteous. His countenance doeth behold the upright. So look at the parallel to it, right? In verse 2. For lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privately shoot at the upright in heart. That should hit hard. That should hit really, 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 really hard. Because when I read verse 7, for the righteous, the Most High loveth the righteous. His countenance doeth behold the upright. How do you identify the wicked? The same way you identify the what? The fool. I identify the fool the same way you identify the wicked. So when I read in verse 2, the wicked bend their bow, right? That's their deceitfulness. What they're trying to do they don't like the righteous. They don't want to listen to these instructions. So they're bending their bow, right? And they set upon it their arrow. And that arrow is the trick in what they're trying to do to you. And they do it privately. This is what I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them. I don't care about that Shabbat and all that other stuff. I don't care about this and this and that. I don't care about that and this. I don't care what that brother, that sister believe in. I got to watch. I'm going to get her. That's what you're doing. You're bending the bow. You set the arrow upon it, and you shoot at them privately. The Most High sees you, fool. That is a hit to the heart. Let me go to Mark real quick, man. Mark 7 and 20. Yeah, y'all go to Mark 7 and 21 real quick, man. See, you got to understand the mindset of a fool. Because they don't listen to wisdom and instruction. They don't. Go to Mark 7 and 21. Let me get Mark 7 and 21 real quick, man. A fool don't listen. And you can see them. And y'all got to understand, I see you. I see you from a mile away. So I don't say nothing when I'm in your face. Know why? Because the Most High likes it. Vengeance is his. It's his. So I'm just going to stay meek and humble. And then watch what happens to you a couple of days down the line. Book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse 21. Let me see. I'm going to start over. Now I'm going to start at 19. Because it entereth not into his heart, but into his belly, and goeth out into the drought. Nah, I can't do that to y'all. I'm going to start at 15. And I'm going to be skipping though, just to make my point. It's the book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse 15. There is nothing from without a man that entereth into him can defile him. But the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear. Now I skip. Verse 20. And he said, that which cometh out of the man, that defileth the man. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemies, pride, foolishness. All these evil things come from within and defile the man. You fool, you're defiled. You don't take wisdom, nor do you take instructions. All that stuff defile you. So when you just bend in your bow at the righteousness, and you set on it the arrow, that deceitfulness, what you're going to do, and you shoot at us privately when we're not listening to the conversation, we can't defend ourselves, but everybody around me knows, or everybody around her knows, that's deceitfulness. You're defiled. And it's not my words. I'm just telling you what they are. All right, hey, I'm going to stop there because next Sunday we're going to have to see what happens to those who don't listen to wisdom and instruction. Because you got to see, you got to hear it. You got to see what I'm going to come out with. I'm just going to bring, hey, thus saith the Most High. And I wanted to give you a little taste of the mindset of what happens to those who don't listen to, who just, they're just a damn fool. They're a fool, man. She's a fool. He's a fool, man. They're not listening. I gotta get some. Maybe I should stop talking. I won't have to keep getting these precepts. I just go keep getting these precepts. Let me shut up and get off the video. Proverbs 16 and 4, y'all. Proverbs 16 and 4, Bible shot. Proverbs, they shooting at them, but they gotta understand why. I'm gonna try to stop here. Proverbs 16 and 4. The Most High hath made all things for himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. He made you to do that job. He's testing me. Through you, you doing your job. You're doing what you were created for. The Most High don't want everybody. So the foolish and the wicked he will use. He made you for that day. Just understand that. So you have a choice. In the left hand, you can take the blue pill. In the right hand, you can take the red pill. Which one? Will you stay asleep or would you wake up? Which one? Which one do you want? Choose, and choose wisely. And with that I say, Shalom.